Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my second video. First of all, I would like to thank you all for your overwhelming response. I'm really happy to see so many people who have responded to my video. You have liked it and subscribed to my channel. Also, you have posted a lot of questions, of which I have tried to answer all of them. But there were a few questions which I could not answer because they required a detailed, approach. So for that, I thought that my videos would be the best to answer them. Right. So today, today I have noted what all I need to discuss. First of all, is there was one question or rather query regarding experience of getting commissioned or the pipping, what we call wearing those stars, that is called pipping ceremony, which normally happens in IMA or OTA. So there is a ceremony for that. So somebody asked me that what about TA, so that is one that I'll answer. Second was, there are many queries regarding TA soldiers, how to enter as TA soldier. हिंदी में अगर बात करें तो भर्तियाँ कैसे देखें. तो first of all, let me just clarify that this video or the series of video which I am posting, that is for TA officers entry, right? TA soldiers की जहाँ तक बात है, let me just clarify that TA soldiers की जो भर्तियाँ होती हैं वो जोन वाइज होती हैं. The entire India is divided into various zones, 4 or 5 zones, और हर जोन के अपने अपने स्टेट्स होते हैं और उनकी अपनी अपनी भर्तियां होती हैं, अपनी अपनी रिक्रूटमेंट रैली होती है. हर रिक्रूटमेंट रैली की जो खबर होती है या जो उसकी इंफॉर्मेशन होती है वो दो जगह पे आती है. एक आपका ARO यानी आर्मी रिक्रूटमेंट ऑफिस, जहाँ पे कि आप जाके अपना नाम यू कैन रजिस्टर योर नेम, आप अपने आप को रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं. और जब भी कभी भर्तियां होती है तो आपके पास इंफॉर्मेशन आता है. दैट इज वन वे ऑफ डूइंग इट. सेकेंड वे इज कि आप जो न्यूज़पेपर्स हैं उनको ध्यान से पढ़ें, बिकॉज जितने भी भर्तियां निकलती हैं वो सभी उन सभी का जो एडवर्टीजमेंट होता है वो इंडिया के लीडिंग न्यूज़पेपर्स में, लीडिंग डेलीज में जरूर पब्लिश होता है. तो सोल्जर्स के लिए ये तरीका है भर्तियां देखने का. थोड़ा सा और एलैबोरेट करता हूँ. पहले सोल्जर एंट्री में सिर्फ रिक्रूटमेंट रैली होती थी और मेडिकल होता था. अब रिक्रूटमेंट रैली और मेडिकल के साथ रिटन टेस्ट भी होता है. तो अगर आप सोल्जर GD की तैयारी कर रहे हैं तो रिटन टेस्ट की भी तैयारी आप शुरू कर दें. सो दैट वाज अबाउट सोल्जर्स. NOC के लिए कई क्वेश्चंस आए. NOC इज समथिंग व्हिच इज वेरी स्पेसिफिक फ्रॉम कंपनी टू कंपनी, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन टू ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, राइट. कोई भी एक कंपनी दूसरी कंपनी के काम करने के तरीके पे कमेंट नहीं कर सकती. नाइदर कैन आई कमेंट ऑन विच कंपनीज प्रोवाइड NOC, विच कंपनीज डू नॉट प्रोवाइड NOC, और हाउ टू गेट NOC फॉर दैट मैटर. दैट इज बिटवीन यू एंड योर HR, द पॉलिसी ऑफ द कंपनी. सो बट या, एट द सेम टाइम आई वुड से दैट यू लीव योर जॉब एंड स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर TA. व्हाई? बिकॉज जो बेसिक क्राइटेरिया है TA का, दैट इज gainfully employed graduates. So you must be gainfully employed. If you leave your job, then you are no more gainfully employed. But at the same time, one more thing is there, that gainfully employed doesn't only mean people with job. It also means people who are self-employed, people who are who have their own business. As long as you can provide your income proof, your ITR, you are self-employed, right? Or you can always say that you have a business. For that, no NOC is required, right? So depends from case to case, right? So this video I'll make a bit shorter. Why? Because in the end I am coming up with one news, or rather I won't say news. I would rather ask your opinion about it. But that is for the end. So let us not beat around the bush. Let me come straight to the point. So today I'll be discussing about how is the commissioning done in TA, right? See, normally what happens is whether you go through NDA or CDS or OTA, whichever entry you take, normally you go for the first thing you become is a GC. That is gentleman cadet, right? So once you become a gentleman cadet, you either you go to NDA or you go to IMI or you go to OTA and you undergo a certain period of training, right? Once the training is completed, you finish your tests. Then there is something which is called the pipping ceremony, wherein all the entire batch that comes together. There's the parents are called and invited rather, and the entire drill is there for that particular day, and then finally the pipping is done by either of the parent, mostly mother, and then there is this antim pag, what we call, and that is how you become an officer, right? But in TA, that case is a bit different. See, when you come in TA, you undergo 1 month minimum training, that is the basic military training in the unit itself, right? And once that training is completed, your pipping is done in the unit itself, either by the CO of the unit or by your parents, your wife, anyone, if at all the CO allows. Why? Because mostly TA units, they are deployed in CICD areas, which are sensitive, highly sensitive areas, and families are not allowed in these places, right? So let's say in my case, my pipping was done in Udhampur. So Udhampur is though it comes under CICD, but it's not that sensitive. So that is why my parents were invited. My mother came and my wife also was there. So my mom actually did my pipping, right? So that is how it is done. And then you become an officer. You become a commissioned officer. In fact, you are a commissioned officer from day one. The day you reach your unit or join your unit, that is the day when you are a commissioned officer. That is the difference between T and other entries. However, the pipping is done after 1 month once you clear your basic military training. Right? That is how you earn your stars. So then you go to Devlali, that is in the TA school, Devlali, right? So you go there, and then again there's 3 months of training there, and once that is completed, then you go for the IMA. Again, there's a 3 months of basic military training, and that is the entire BMT for 6-7 months that happens. But when you go to Devlali or you go to IMA, you wear your ranks at that time, whereas the normal GC doesn't wear a rank. So that is the difference between you and a GC. Right? So if that is how pipping is done. Yeah. However, there's one thing which I would like to add here is that the day when you pass out from IMA, yes, there is a ceremony in IMA as well. Though it is not like that where you undergo complete drill or something, but yes, there is a ceremony in which that normally happens in Chetwood Hall in IMA, and that happened in my case as well. So we all, our parents are invited, and our family members are invited. So my mom, my wife, both my children were there. In fact, my siblings were also there on that day, and someday, if time permits, I will also share the photographs with you. And so on that day, various awards are there for best performers in various categories. And after that, the pipping is already done. It's only the award ceremony which is there. So you are already wearing those ranks. So it's not like that on that day you wear the ranks. It's not like that, right? So that is about pipping ceremony in TA. Then coming back to now, this is once you get commissioned. Let's talk about before you get commissioned, because that is more important. How to get into TA, right? And that is the reason why I have started this series of videos. Why? Because once you get into TA, then everything will fall in place, right? Gradually, things will automatically happen. But what is more important is how you get into TA, right? How you prepare yourself to get into wear those ranks or what do you call it, those stars on your shoulders. So I would again start with the basics. The first and the foremost is the written examination. Now, many people, as I previously said, are worrying for NOC. I think I personally would advise that don't worry for NOC and all these things. See, these things are something which is not in your hand. One, and secondly, if push comes to shove, we can think of something. You can also request your HR if you are if you are already through your SSB. So it's not like that once you are filling your form, you need to put the NOC then and there, right? Even if you don't put an NOC at that time, no problem. Later on, it can be produced. You have to produce your NOC at the time of SSB. That is the last stage, right? But before that, let us concentrate on first things first. So let us first talk about the written examination, right? Don't worry about NOC and all. Fill the form. Sit for the examination. Prepare for the examination. Why? Because I have seen many people who fail in the examination. They don't even reach the PIB point. They don't even reach the SSB. So what's the point of talking about NOC? Yeah. So first prepare for that. Now the pattern of examination has changed. Like when I appeared in the examination 2015, the pattern was different. There used to be a complete essay which used to come besides the normal paper, which consists of maths, English, reasoning, and what do you call general awareness. So besides all these questions, there used to be one essay, right? And that essay used to be the make or break of your entire paper. Why? Because it was a subjective thing. It was not objective. But yeah, negative marking was also not there. So that was the difference. However, now the essay part is no more there. However, but the negative marking has been introduced, right? So prepare for that. Go through the past 4 or 5 years papers of, or rather 10 years papers, right? Start preparing. See what all topics are being asked, especially in maths and reasoning, right? Go through those chapters. Start practicing them. Start mastering them, right? And then start reading English, more and more English. Why? Because English is a language. Nobody can teach you English in 2 months. Your vocab, your comprehension. Comprehension is one thing which always comes. So, and it is the easiest part, right? So you have to just read the passage and answer the question. So comprehension is the easiest part. Start reading good books. Start reading. You must read Norman Lewis. I'll repeat it. You must read Norman Lewis. Now, Norman Lewis is a book on vocab, right? That is the must-read book for everyone. Anyone who is preparing for, verbal aptitude, where English is a part. Norman Lewis is a must-read, right? Maybe in my next video I'll show you the Norman Lewis. It's dirt cheap. It's somewhere around 150 rupees at the entire book. But you must read that book, Norman Lewis. The name of the book, I'm forgetting the name of the book, but the writer is Norman Lewis, right? It's a red color book, right? So read these kinds of books. Increase your vocab, because English is the most crucial part and the most difficult part. Plus the general awareness. Now, general awareness, you can take any book on general awareness and start reading. Go through the atlas. See, it is not an IAS examination where you have to be very proficient with history or polity or geography, but you should know the basics, right? Basics about India, basics about the world geography, basics about the national struggle, Indian struggle movement, the ancient history, medieval history, basics. I'm saying, economics. So take any book which encapsulates all these things and start reading them. Start reading. Don't mug up, because there's no point in mugging up, because eventually you will forget. The only thing is you start reading it and read it attentively, so that tomorrow when options come up, you are able to take the correct option. Right? So start reading them. Maths, reasoning, it's fairly easy. See, I would say the level of paper is not very tough. All you need to do is just put in 4 months of, not even hard work, 4 months of proper work. Start studying for 2-3 hours daily. Sundays, at least 6 hours. Right? You will definitely crack it. Come what may. If you put 2 to 3 hours daily, because I understand that most of you who are preparing for TA, like I was, we all are professionals. We all are working somewhere or the other. So we have to spend our entire day in the office, then come back home and then start studying, which is not a very easy thing to do. But nobody said that cracking TA or getting into the Indian Armed Forces is an easy thing. Nobody said that. You took up the challenge. You are taking the challenge. It is up to you now how you have to crack it. Right? So if you are taking it, then go for it, all guns blazing. Start working. There's no shortcut to success. Start working. You have to work hard. That's it. Right? Everybody has done that, and you are not the first person or the last person who will be doing it. Right? So do it. Start studying. Start studying. Okay? Because it is the and I'll be very frank with you. The first step, that is written exam, is the easiest step. Let me tell you. The actual step or the actual challenge is the SSB. Right? Wherein the entire batch is washed on day one. Hundreds they are washed in just on the very first day. They don't even qualify for the next day. Right? So forget about. So don't think that this is very very difficult thing we are preparing for. 2 hours studying is nothing. If you are aiming for something, 2 hours studying is nothing. Right? So start doing it. Start studying, and start preparing yourself. And I'll be there to help you. I'll be there to help you out. How, that I'll tell in the later part of this video. So once you clear your written examination, then comes the PIB, which is again a set of questions which will be asked by the panelist. It's a one-day affair, and rather I would say it is a half an hour affair, which can either make or break your case. Because even here, this is also a shortlisting point, where this is also one of the filters where you might not be qualifying for the SSB. Because generally in ND or CDS, you just clear your cutoffs and you go for the SSB straight away. Here, it's not the case. So you have to clear the PIB as well. So how to clear the PIB is again, it has to be learned. It has to be practiced, right? So again, we'll sit and we'll do that. Then comes the SSB, the 5-day challenge, right? And 5-day challenge only for them who can clear the day 1. If you don't clear day 1, no matter how much effort you have put in, no matter how much hard work you have put in, no matter how much bright you are, how much smart you are, nothing works. It's 1 in 1,000. That's it. An officer is 1 in 1,000, and it is only for them who have it in them. So that tagline of Indian Army, "Do you have it in you?" works there in SSB. So you can clear your written, you can even clear your PIB, but SSB is something which is tried and tested, not from today, ages, and it is the most rigorous way of selecting Indian Army officers, right? So in these 5 days, what happens? The first day is the elimination round, wherein you are shown one picture. That picture is a hazy picture. I'm just giving you an overview, right? We will talk everything in detail. We'll discuss everything in detail, how to go about it. Just giving you an overview. So it's a PPT test, picture perception and description test, wherein you're shown a picture. In that picture, you have to spot the main character. You have to write, title for the story, and you have to write the story, right? So all these things, you are given 4 minutes to complete. So once that 4 minutes is done, before that there is one aptitude paper also, which is very easy. So don't bother about that. That aptitude paper you will be able to do since you have done here. So that will be a cakewalk for you. So once you finish your PPT, then what happens? You are divided into groups, 10 each, 10 people each, right? Then you go for a group discussion. Now what happens in that group discussion is that everyone tries to first of all, you are given 1 minute wherein you have to narrate your story, right? Once that 1 minute is over, then the discussion starts. In that discussion, you have to come up with your own story, right? And the entire group has to, agree on one particular story, right? Of all these 10 stories, the entire group has to agree for one particular story. So once that is done, day 1 is over, and on that basis, I would say 70% of the batch is rejected. Only 30% remains. So let's say out of 100, only 30 or maybe 40 maximum, not more than that, will stay. Out of 200 also, only 30-40 will stay. Normally that is the range of people staying. So, and there have been cases where the entire batch is washed out. That has also happened. I have not seen in TA, but then in other entries, yes, I have seen, especially in NCC entry. I have seen entire batch being washed out on first day. So on second day, there is this again. There is the entire psychological test in which you have PPDT. Then now on day 1 there was only one picture. On second day they will be having, I believe, 12 pictures maybe. So 12 pictures. Then after that you have to write stories for each of them. Then you have TAT, thematic appreciation test. Then there will be words out of which you have to make sentences. So there are certain. This is the entire book for day 2 is for psychology. Then day 3 and day 4 is for GTO, that is group task, as well as your obstacles. So on day 2 you have group discussion again. Then you have your you will be given some topic on which you have to speak for 3 minutes, exemplary. And then you have a group task, you have single task, you have so number of various tasks, and also the obstacle course which is there. So once these 4 days are over, on 5th day there is the conference in which you are told whether you are in or out. Once you are in, you get that chest number again. On day 1 you get a chest number. On day 5 you get a chest number. Now in this chest number you have this plus mark, and trust me, when you move around, whether it is Bhopal, whether it is Allahabad, or whether it is Bangalore, whichever SSB center it is, when you move that with that plus symbol, everybody is looking to you, because people who have come, they come here to take that plus symbol. So it's a different experience altogether, moving around with that plus sign and people coming to you and they say, "Sir, aapka ho gaya? How was it? And what is your experience? How did you go about it?" So you feel like you're somebody. So that happens, and that is your first claim to fame, right? So the medical happens after that, and once the medical is over, then you have the good news, and after the 6 months you get a letter from the TA directorate that this will be a unit, and you get the number of the CEO as well as the adjutant. You contact there, and that's how you reach. And your the first message you receive from your adjutant normally is, I also received that, "Welcome to Olive Green." So my entire effort, my entire endeavor in making these videos or series of videos is that you must get that message, "Welcome to Olive Green," right? Because as they say that 2 stars on your shoulder is worth million of stars in the sky. So you must start with those 2 stars initially. Okay, so lot of pep talk here. Yeah. Coming back to what I was saying initially was that I will be. I would try to be with you for the entire process or the entire journey of your selection. That is what I want. However, it totally depends up to you whether you want my guidance or not. So, very soon I'll be coming up with a date of a webinar wherein it will be a live webinar for people who are interested in getting to TA. I'll tell them about TA1, and I'll tell them that how I'm going to conduct my classes, how I'm going to conduct my training, not only for the written, not only for PIV, but for the entire process. Right? So, people who are interested, just let me know in the comment section, and try to people who are your friends, your relatives, whom you think that who want to join TA, or who even don't know about TA, they are not aware about TA, but they have that aspiration of donning the uniform and they have missed their chance in life. Give them the second chance. You be the one who conveys the message, right? Like I'm conveying to you, right? So let's just spread this message like wildfire, so that anyone and everyone who wants to serve the nation as a soldier. When I say soldier, that means officer and soldier both, because everyone, whether it's an officer or a soldier, we all are soldiers of the motherland, right? So let's all come together, and whoever wants to serve the motherland, his or her own motherland, her also, because TA is now open for females as well, right? So that's a good news for the ladies, and whoever wants to serve the motherland must come together. Let's all put our wholehearted effort and don that uniform, right? And any queries besides this, you can always post in the comment section. I'll try to answer all of them. However, do let me know that if at all you require the guidance for TA entrance as well as the SSB and PIB. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the very best for your future endeavors. Good luck.